Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Prismata. Let's get started on an arena run here, and I guess I might as well just use my platinum ticket here. I don't have any compelling reason not to. Okay, interesting. So you can buy tickets for 69 shards. Is that good value? Is a prize worth 69? Because it's double. I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna do this, but I understand, like, if you, like, so way back in the Kickstarter days when I bought, you could support at multiple tiers, and, like, all of them gave you a key, an alpha key of the game, and, like, some reward, like, for example, this. You could buy something that was, like, platinum keys for life, or whatever, and maybe you can still, like, upgrade to that stuff now? I don't know, let's find out. Can you, like, it would be in customize... Actually, I don't even know how I would give them money if I wanted to. But I'm pretty sure you can, right? So you just buy skins. That's the thing you can do with badges, but they're with shards. But there's somewhere in here where if you wanted to, I don't know. It seems like it should be under customize, right? Weird. Oh, shop. Here it is. I see. So, do any of these say, like, you get free? Yeah. Okay. Platinum tickets every week, whatever. So, did I get engineer tier? I'm not sure. I might have. No. Alright. Yeah, I bought the absolute cheapest because I was like, I don't really care about all these cosmetics. And what I had just comes out with this, fine. Okay, Z-Zug. Haven't played this guy before. 2 extra units. Oh my god. Base plus 10. There's defense grid. Big blue is kind of cool. Antima is cool. There's like these rushers though. Oh, I have no idea what to do. Help! I don't want to do this. I don't think there's a powerful enough rush to deter, like, defense grid plus Omega, which is a pretty good synergy. What you're going to want to build behind that, I'm not sure. I mean, okay, yes, obviously Redeemer is a strong rusher, but I think that those 2 units combined are just pretty darn good for building up a bunch of NGs. Now, Antima seems like it's going to feature in eventually. I feel like my opponent's going to try to Antima me right away. But this isn't usually a good idea, so if he does, I'm not too worried. And I'm going to assume that I'm misreading him. I don't know. Is Big Econ Antima a thing? It doesn't feel like a thing. Am I getting a Blast Forge first? What do I want to spend my green on? My blue on, exactly. Like a Steel Splitter. I expect my opponent to get 3 more drones and a Blast Force. The Steel Splitter won't actually get to attack. But it makes him build a wall. Alternatively, I could build a Conduit and, like, start building up green for Sinestras or something. But I don't want to invest in the tech to get Sinestra when I'll already have the tech to get Omega Splitter, which is, like, a little bit less efficient, but in terms of gold, but... You know, the Sinestra costs me a lot more tech to get if I'm already getting the tech for a defense grid. So I'm just going to do this. The sort of obvious natural blue opening. And try to, like, get triple blue next turn, letting me buy either Omega or D-Grid, depending on, like, what my opponent looks like he's doing. I'm inclined to think it'll be Omega next turn and then D-Grid later. Now, okay, so if he were going to try to Antima rush me, I think he would cut a drone and build an Animus here. I don't think it would be the right thing to do, but anyway, this tells me I don't think he's doing it. Hang on, stop that. I don't need all those drones. We're building this, and Now, the question is, what else? I could get a conduit here? So that I have time to like stop off and pick up a Redeemer and a Doomed Mech or something before I invest in all the big blue. So maybe I should do something like build the conduit. Hey, I just noticed Zug said something. He's in the Prismata chat. Or no, that's Z-Zug. This guy, whatever. I was looking at the Discord. So what are we doing here? Do we want to get Redeemer at all? It would be nice to have a conduit, of course. But is it worth delaying my triple blue investment? Right now, like, defense grid isn't doing much, so I'd want to get the Omega first. And it seems like Omega pressures about as much as Redeemer while still being the kind of tech that I want. So I think I'll do this. I'll go ahead and get the triple blue. But do I get more drones, or do I try to get a conduit in? I think a conduit is just generally better than a drone at this point. 19 drones? Sure. This lets me build up a bank of green, which I'll want to take advantage of later. Yeah, here's the Redeemer. Fine. So, alright. That's an interesting point that my opponent is making, is like... Is he gonna try to... Ooh, that's not very nice. I don't know. You don't really want to click kinetic drivers right away, generally. And if he does, like, and snipes one Blast Forge, it's not the end of the world. The Doomed Mechs are still fine, and Redeemer's still fine. The question is, which of these two things do I want first? And I think it kind of has to be defense grid, because I'm a little bit afraid my opponents will, like, try to deny me the extra blue, right? And the defense grid, you know, if he makes me tech down to 2 blue, that's fine. There's plenty of stuff I can build with 2 blue that isn't Omegas. And he's invested a ton in doing that to me. So, or at any rate, it looks like he might invest a ton into that. Normally you don't want a super early defense grid because the absorb is being wasted, but here my opponent's planning to have quite a lot of attack by the time the grid is up, so it's fine. Now, is he going to click this to deny me the Omega Splitter? It would have been an interesting play. But now my Omega Splitter is synced up with these Gauss charges, so like he's not getting a ton of value out of that Redeemer. He's getting some, but not like outrageous amounts of value. I could try something a bit like this. I don't know how great this is because he'll have some Omegas by the time this hits, but it means that I'm threatening... I'm not wasting attack on his defense grid, right? Well, I wouldn't be anyway. Would I? Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to get a little bit more attack, and the Doomed Mech is good on that front. Get the Redeemer in now while I can still sort of comfortably do so. And actually hold a drone here so that I don't have to lose a Steel Splitter. Yeah. Do I want an engineer? Probably. This makes it a bit awkward for my opponent to start buying Omegas, but maybe he can do it anyway. Maybe he's not going to? That's interesting. Why did I hold a drone? I thought my defense grid wasn't up or something. Or is he threatening? I don't know what happened. I somehow thought he was... Yes, I see. He was attacking for 4, but I thought somehow that the defense grid wasn't going to be up at that time. I think it was a huge, like, pointless mistake to hold that drone, and I don't know what made me think that that was necessary. I thought I wouldn't... Obviously, I'd explained. I thought I wouldn't have the defense grid ready, but I clearly do, so... I just got confused about the fact that it's non-prompt and what turn I built it or something. He's clearly not threatening anything, and holding the drone was silly. So this applies like maximum threat here. And also threatens to take away one of his tech buildings. I'm not sure which one I'm interested in doing, but seems good. I could be a little bit more conservative. Well, it's not exactly maximum threat. I could cut both of these and build like the same thing, Doom Drone Redeemer, but I don't want to deal with more Gauss charges soon. So I think I'm just going to do this. And it looks like next turn I'm probably having to build a few walls. But he's having trouble defending, having built another Redeemer and lost all of his defenses except the Redeemer and the defense grid here. So it'll be a little... Why did I think he was losing those energies? I don't know. It'll be a little awkward for him to defend, maybe, while still building high-value attackers. Maybe he's going to go Wall Redeemer. That's... No, he doesn't have the green. But he can, like, fit in a Doomed Mech or some Hellhounds or something. It just feels like once you've built all the blue for a defense grid, you should, like, take advantage of it and build Omegas. But, I don't know. He's finding other ways to use his blues that involved investing in the Animus, so... Hellhounds are about as efficient as Omegas, I guess. But that assumes you already have access to the red. He's sort of invested in this Animus to get the Hellhounds, which is sort of taking away from the efficiency. I don't like having to do that. Not one bit. So I want another kinetic driver. He doesn't seem particularly dependent on any one color of tech. So it doesn't seem that great. I'm thinking what I'll need is some engineers, probably. And I might as well try to get in a drone. This leaves me a lot of money to work with next turn. I wonder if he's ever going to try to comet me. He's got the Hellhounds going. Ah, maybe that's the idea. The Animus is letting him get the Hellhounds, which are efficient attackers that buff the Antima Comet that he wants to get. Interesting. I think that's a good reason to have gotten red. But can he really do that with the Gauss charges coming in next turn? Yeah, he built 2 and then paused. That tells me he wanted to use the blue for something else and found that he couldn't. I'm thinking that that reason is Antima, but I don't know. I think these Tarsiers are maybe a little optimistic. He's... Well, no, I've got less attack next turn than I do this turn. Maybe he's going to be fine. Put in one more Omega. Can I do this? So he's actually attacking for all 10 next turn. He's not going to hold anything back. say I attack for 17, right? He has the 2 NGs plus his defense grid, meaning he can comfortably soak for 8. I'll be threatening 8, 10, 14. So he has to find 6 more defense, which is 2 walls, so he can still Anthem a Comet if he wants. I'm sort of tempted to try to take out his Animus here. I don't think it's actually good. Maybe I'll do this. Or maybe I should just pick up some red myself. No, I'm kind of using all of my tech at the moment. I think I'll just build another attacker and some NGs. I don't think he can actually Comet me. Maybe I'm just worried about this for no reason. I think he's got to do too much defending to make it convenient. Like, yeah, he definitely can build a Comet, but can he build a bunch of Engineers on the following turn? That's going to be difficult. So maybe I'm just worried about nothing. How are wall supplies? I have a lot more walls than he does. That's good. That seems like a pretty crucial thing to have a lot of. 4th Blast Forge. Now, I guess he's worried that I'm going to snipe one, maybe? And wants to make sure he still has 3? I don't know. Is this like how he's going to make sure he can build Wall Omega or something? Or what? Maybe so he can keep building Hellhounds and also walls? I'm not sure what to make of this 4th Blast Forge. It feels like now that he's started, like, he just had to use up all of his blue to defend this turn. So he doesn't exactly want to start teching up for more attackers, and he doesn't want to start building a bunch of walls. I'm not sure what the deal is. I can't just force field here to defend, so my defense has to involve walls. And I could do like this. But I probably shouldn't. I kind of need more green, actually, just to be able to keep defending. To have force fields available. This threatens Redeemers as well. It's tempting to try to build some red. Maybe that's what I should do. Is if I want to continue with attackers, I could get the Hellhound soon. Like, next turn I have a break, actually. The Doomed Mech is going to be defending. And maybe I can squeeze out an Omega next turn, in which case I don't want more red. Well, Hellhounds are fine attackers, and they give me some Engineers. Omega would be the most efficient if I think I can get it. But I don't really have... I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if... I haven't counted it out, but for the next couple of turns... I'll have a lot of defense available. First, the Doomed Mech is going offline, and then the defense grid is going offline. And so I'm hopeful that I can push out some more attackers during that time. That's fine. I don't know. Kill my Blast Forge. I should have checked, actually. Of course he's killing it this turn. I'm a little bit low on tech all of a sudden. But I don't super mind building Doom Drones instead and like an Animus. So, I don't know. I could have built a Blast Forge instead of NG Drone. Or instead of NG Drone. Anticipating he was going to do this, because of course he is. I sort of like ran out of time and wasn't looking there. And it is tempting to want to build Omegas next turn. But, maybe I won't actually be able to do so anyway. Oh my goodness, there is a spider on my computer monitor. Alright, well, he's moved to the back. I'm going to just assume he's going to be okay. That's an exciting... Maybe Doomed Mech is the wrong thing to get? I think Doomed Mech is fine. And let's just get an Animus or another Blast Forge. Maybe I'll get both. He doesn't really want to snipe both, right? And then I can pick up Hellhounds or something while I'm defending. worried about that spider, man. I'm not a huge fan of spiders, but I don't know. I think compared to a lot of people, I'm a little bit less horrified of them. He was pretty small. Yeah, I think it would have been better to have built the Blast Torch last turn, of course. And I could have foreseen that it would be a problem. But the Doomed Mech is fine too. It's sort of like a little bit late to be building these huge attackers. Doomed Mech is sort of a compromise between an attacker and a defender. As you can see, my opponent built a Doomed Mech last turn and is now just defending with it. So he's out of walls, is what that's all about. He's having to build non-prompt defense. Yeah, that's the defense I want. Very good. He's losing at least 2 attack this turn, so this, with a force field, would actually defend. So if I wanted to, I could go Omega here. It defends. Oh, I'm losing... Alright, I'm blocking on the Omega here. Ah, right. He doesn't have to lose the Doomed Mech unless I attack with the Omega. Interesting. So I could do this to force him to actually lose the Doomed Mech. I think I'll take out the Animus. No, he's not really using the Animus. I'm not taking out anything this turn. I don't mind if he has 4 blue. He's going to be building Doomed Mechs with it, I guess. So, like, this doesn't really defend. Unless I... Yeah, either way it doesn't. But I could do something like this, which does defend, because he kind of has to lose the Doomed Mech, unless he wants to lose the defense grid a turn early. And even so, he loses the Rhino. Oh my god, I ran out of time and didn't build anything. I don't know. I don't have any good emote. Oops. Alright, well, that's a problem. 60 seconds isn't as long as it seems, and I just wasted a bunch of red and a bunch of blue. Ah. Alright, the spider has moved. I don't appreciate this at all. He's now on my desk. Okay, can I do anything real quick with all this stuff? No. Yeah, okay, clock, I gotcha. Alright, I'm just gonna resign here. We're way behind, having missed a whole turn. I think I was losing that anyway, but having run out of time all of a sudden, there was obviously a big problem. I made several tactical errors, mostly in managing my resources. My tech, I guess, especially. Okay, tell you what, you guys, I'm not going to do the postmortem. I have to go figure out what to do about this spider. So, see you later, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.